Thanks for joining us again on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King and Tabitha Odegaard. It's always a pleasure each week for you to watch and see what's going on around the area. And we enjoy it because we pick up a lot of good information ourselves. And I know in my case, and I think Tabitha probably the same way, we learned some things about what's going on around our broadcast area we didn't even know about. So it's good information show for us. We hope it is for you. How's everything going? You're a little under the weather, are you?
Yeah, I've got sinus issues along with everybody else in the area.
It's going. It's that time of the year. I didn't think it was that time of the year already because, you know, the leaves aren't falling, but they said the ragweed pollen is terrible and it's affecting a lot of people. And I'm sure I will be affected soon.
I hope not.
So you're not going to go to sleep on me here during the show because you took that medication.
No, but I might be out of it a little bit, which the viewers are used to that anyway. So.
Well, our first guest got a real strong voice, so he'll keep you awake.
Okay, yes.
After that, you're on your own, okay?
Okay.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment and talk about rodeo in Harrison, Arkansas on Connection.
Start spinning, twisting, and pumping into a healthy lifestyle 24 hours a day at the Fitness Club. With all of the best equipment and personal trainers, you're ensured a workout that's fun, effective, and motivating. At the Fitness Club, you can enhance your glow, relax your mind, and refresh your body all in one convenient location. So what are you waiting for? Start spinning, twisting, and pumping your way into a new you today. Enhance your lifestyle and reach your goals at the Fitness Club, Highway 6265 North in Harrison.
When I went to Dental Creations on the square, I had been to 2 or 3 different places, and I could tell right away that was the place I wanted to be. Being a performer in Branson, I was desperately needing something done to my teeth, but I didn't have no room for finances, and she showed me this package plan, and now I'm making monthly payments on my new dentures, and very affordable. If anyone is looking for dentures, I recommend Dental Creations down on the square, because that's the place to go.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our first guest in the studio today is Mark Henshaw. And I meant Mark's got a great, strong voice. Wish I had his voice.
He's got a good radio voice.
He got a good radio and a good TV voice. Why we brought him on here today. Mark, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Dennis. Thanks for having us back again.
It's always a pleasure. It slipped up on me this time, and when you dropped off your stuff the other day, and I thought, gosh, is it time for the rodeo again? Because we've had such hot weather. It didn't seem like it. But usually the weather cooperates. It's the clean living of all these guys in charge of the PRCA rodeo.
That's exactly it. Exactly the reason.
So let's get going here and find out what's going on.
We're talking about the PRCA rodeo.
And we'll talk about the Roundup Club a little bit.
Well, the Roundup Club is, of course, it's the Harrison Roundup Club. It's been around for many, many years, and this is our #1 activity and fundraiser for the year is the PRCA rodeo. We do lots of other things, but this is kind of what keeps us going and pays the bills, and this is our 36th annual PRCA rodeo.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
36 years. That's a long time.
That's a long time, and we hope
you've had a lot. I bet you've had, well, I know in my case, since I moved back here, you've had a lot of changes because they spent a lot of money and really did a nice job out at the fairgrounds arena, the rodeo arena, when they redid the concession stands and put the new concession stands in. I remember the old ones.
Yes.
They were pretty ragged.
We did that, and we got, thanks to our friends down at Race Brothers, we got new buck and shoots a few years ago, and to some other sponsors, Visitors Bureau and FedEx, they helped us get a new announcer stand, and we just keep making improvements on it, and that's where all our money goes. We're a non-profit organization, and if you can look at our bank account and see that we're pretty well we put it all right back into our program.
You don't want to show much profit.
We want to put it all back on all our facilities, and then and our rodeos and stuff like that for the community.
That's good. And I'll mention one thing, a big plus for them back, well, it's been a long time. Time passes so fast. But when the bleachers were not covered, and then they covered. I thought
Yes.
that really made a big difference,
It did
because
help
every
a lot.
once in a while they get a little rain during the, and at least they've got some covering over the people, spectators. Of course, the Cowboys got to get out there and get wet. It's no big deal. to
Sure.
them, but
Not a
for
big
the
deal.
spectators, it was nice. That was a big deal.
Yes.
Too. Anyway, we reminisce a little bit on that, but you have come a long way, put a lot of money into that, and it's shown, and it's made a big difference.
Well, we've been able to do that through community support
Yes.
and through our sponsors, and we've got, it seems like every year we'll lose one or two and we'll gain 3 or 4 new ones.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's been the case this year, as it always is, and we'd like to thank all of them that we've got. McDonald's has been a big sponsor. Wood Motor Company, which is my sponsor,
Sure.
been there for years and years. First Federal Bank, Community First Bank. They were their Stick Horse Grand Entry, and they also do the barrels and stuff. They're one of our biggest sponsors. We couldn't do it without all those guys. First National Bank, North Arkansas, Bank of the Ozarks, Rice Brothers.
Yes.
Pal Feed. We've got so many good sponsors, and I hope I hadn't hurt anybody's feelings, but the list is long.
You got a long list of
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
I'm sure they understand.
That's
That's
something
great.
that's they've been doing for several years, and it's sponsored by Community First Bank, but it helps. Is it Independent Living?
Independent Living,
It
yes,
makes
a great
the stick
thing.
horses. They
Oh, yes,
hand make the
yeah.
stick horses for the kids, and they give them out.
Yeah, that's really, if you've never been out to the rodeo and seen that, that's a kind of a pre-rodeo activity, and we do that, and it is really, really awesome to see all those little kids get out there and
Parade around.
Parade around, yeah. It's really gratifying to see that, and we're real thankful for Community First and Independent Living and having the ability to keep that going for years and years, because they spend a lot of money to provide that.
Yeah, and that's fantastic for Independent Living. We've had the people from Independent
yeah.
Living in here on the show.
They enjoy it as well.
But those people, it makes them feel good, and they're part of it, and they're part of a major event that takes place in Harrison. And so it's kind of a threefold thing, really.
It is.
It's really a major thing.
When is the rodeo?
The rodeo is September 18th, 19th, and 20th. I believe that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
19th, 20th, 21st.
19th, 20th, and 21st. Excuse me, I knew that.
I read his notes.
Thank you. Somebody should. It's been a long week so far. Yes, that's that. And the rodeo actually starts at 8 o'clock every night. Pre-rodeo activities are going to start 6:30 to 7 o'clock.
Okay.
The books close on the rodeo on the 11th, which that's going to be tomorrow, and we'll know how many contestants we're going to have this year. Last year, we had a tremendous turnout of cowboys and stuff, and the way it's looking this year, the 2 closest rodeos to us, the only 2 other PRCA rodeos anywhere in this part of the world are one in Texarkana and one in Amarillo. So we really look forward to having a lot of cowboys. And Rafter H out of Tahlequah, Oklahoma is our stock contractor again this year. And Dale Hall's partnered with us up on this deal for years. And last year, if you came, he brought his A string. Now, he brought some really top livestock, and he's got it to bring. And we look forward to him doing that again this year. We're going to have current and former world champions in every event, probably every night.
Nice.
So it is I don't know all about the thing, but it's a point event.
It's a point event. It's one of the last rodeos of the season for the guys trying to get to Las Vegas to make the finals. And every year it seems like we've had somebody in some event that got just the points they needed, just a few to push them over the bubble and get them where they needed to be.
Wow.
Good deal. Who provides the livestock?
Rafter H.
That's right. He's mentioned Rafter.
Rafter H Rodeo out of Tahlequah.
Like, what kind of prize money do you?
There's $17,000 in added money.
$17,000 to be given out there. That's good.
Divided up among the contestants and the barrel races and all that stuff.
In the past years, they've had different types of specialty things to kind of add to the day. What's your game plan this year?
This year we're going to have the Chicks and Spurs, and they're from over around Mountain Home area. They're from all different parts. Some of them as far away as Calico Rock, and they're an equestrian drill team. And if you haven't seen these girls, they can whip and ride. Now, they are awesome. They bring a lot to the show. If you hadn't seen them, what they do on horseback out there, and the rate of speed they do it at will make you dizzy.
Wow. And
They
when
are-
is that? When do they start?
Every
that?
night. They're going to be
Oh,
there
they do
every
that
night.
every
They'll be
night.
in the arena 2 times. They've got a regular scheduled performance right before the bulldogging, I believe, and then they'll come in right after our grand entry finishes up, and they've got a little something different every night. And those girls were good enough that they got invited down to the Fort Worth Stock Show in December last year.
In Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, in Fort Worth, and they don't take anybody down there that's not A-tier, top shelf entertainment only.
Wow.
They're awesome, and come out and see them. You'll be impressed.
Once we got about 4 minutes or 5 minutes, kind of go through the event thing. Okay, so Thursday you have the rodeo.
Thursday we have the rodeo. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay, now I meant Thursday you have the rodeo parade is what I was trying to say.
Thursday the rodeo
is
parade.
Is that around 4 o'clock? That's kind of the kickoff of the thing. Then they go on out there and do that. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings, is it basically the same events each evening?
Each evening is going to be the same thing. It's pretty much
so if somebody wanted to come, they could go on Thursday and see the same thing they could see on Friday, basically?
Well, no, you're going to have different cowboys, and it's different every night. I mean, the order of events will be the same, but you're going to have different people every night. Okay. And one of the things that we've changed on our advance tickets this year, and they're going to be on sale at all the usual locations. That ticket will be good for any night. It used to be for a specific night, but you can buy one and we'll honor it for any night. And we're also going to be using armbands this year. So you're going to trade your ticket for an armband at the gate when you come in, and that's going to be a little bit different. That's just a little crowd control measure that we've put in place, and hope everybody understands. But yeah, and the tickets, advance sales, you can save $1 on them. They're 11 and 7 at the window, and 10 and 6 if you buy them advance.
Okay.
And Thursday night is kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult.
Oh, so
no nothing. Just if you're 12 and under, you get in free with a paid adult.
Thursday night.
That's a big savings for those families that got 3 or 4
Thursday night, come on out. We want to try to pack the bleachers every night.
Okay. Anything else as far as events or anything different? You used to do mutton busting.
We're going to have the mutton busting again.
You remember what that is, don't you?
We're going to bust some mutton.
No, but I do remember me asking that question. I've slept since then. So no, I don't
we'll have the
remember.
mutton busting again, and you can sign up for that at Race Brothers, and you can sign up every day before the event. And the Cowboy Church puts that on, and they take the first 20, and they'll ride every night. That's a pre-rodeo activity up to Saturday night. And the 3 finalists, we let them out there Saturday night in the middle of the performance and let them get started on earning that PRCA card.
They're in the grand finale.
They're in the big league now.
Okay, so I forgot what it was. So can you just go ahead and tell me?
A sheep. They ride
little kids.
Little kids ride the sheep.
Oh yes. Okay,
and don't forget about this Saturday night. The Northwest Arkansas District Fair has their annual truck pull. That's got rained out the past couple of years. Looks like it's going to have great weather.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to have all the concession stands open, those good burgers and stuff like that, and look for a big crowd out there for that this Saturday night, the 14th.
Always a fun event. Have you ever been to a rodeo?
No, and
you need to go sometime.
Well, I know, and I told everybody I was going to go. Last time we did this same exact interview last year, and I never did. So
plus, you need to see the mutton busting.
I do, and the stick horses,
they have a blast.
They do.
The chicks and
all the stuff.
I don't know.
We just got a ton of stuff.
If you have tons of stuff going, I'm sure I'll be very much entertained. I just need to
get out there.
It is going to be action from the time we get start to finish. There's going to be something going on and something to entertain you for all ages, and everybody come out. So we got covered bleachers, and get there if you want to get there. Get a good place to park and a good seat. Get there early.
Good. I told you he does a great job.
Yes, he does.
Oh, and we want to send a special acknowledgement about Jerry. I want to mention that.
Yes, Jerry Clark, one of our vice president, has stepped up, and he's had a little issue, and we look forward to wish him all the best.
Yes.
And hope to have him back with us soon.
Yeah. So Jerry Clark, we here at the station, I've known him for many years and saw him at the post office the other day, and quick recovery, get out there. Mark's going to put you right back to work.
We need you.
You got to have you in there. Mark Anshaw, thank you so much for coming in again. It's always a pleasure being one of your sponsors and helping out to get the word out there. And don't forget, again, Thursday, September the 19th through Saturday, September 21st. Gates open around 6 p.m. Rodeo kicks off every night at 8, but the pre-rodeo activities are some of the most exciting and the most fun that you'll ever get. It's a family event. Go out there. Tickets are on sale, and it's actually of real value to get out there and see all those little ones and the big guys, and the guys who are going for the big bucks and want to go to Las Vegas. Mark, see you again soon. Good luck with your PRCA rodeo this year.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Tabitha.
Thanks.
Harrison, Arkansas, a town where business is personal. A Health Mart town. Pharmacist Tara Wilmot owns her Health Mart pharmacy. Here, Tara offers free one-on-one prescription medication consultations, providing information to customers in a way that makes them feel comfortable, not confused. Expert knowledge, personal attention. It's what makes Tara a Health Mart pharmacist and Harrison a Health Mart town. Your town is a Health Mart town. So visit your locally owned Health Mart today. For 22 years, Harrison Parks and Rec has been making a positive impact on our local economy with the Community First Bank Sports Complex, the Brandon Burlsworth Youth Center, and the First National Bank Soccer Complex. A wide variety of sports tournaments are possible, and thanks to these quality facilities, teams, coaches, family, and fans from all around the state and region have helped boost our local economy by $2 million annually. Harrison Parks and Rec, making an impact for our kids and community.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, Dennis King and Tabitha Odegaard. And our second guest in the studio today is no stranger. She comes in quite often. We like her. Holly Gillis.
I was just here. Well, you were just here. You were here.
It's like maybe we just have her in on a weekly basis.
It's almost like Groundhog Day. I just have to wake up and it's the same thing again and again.
That's too cute.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Boy, she's looking bright today. Is she not? She is pinking it out.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you know what it's time for?
Yeah.
Can you tell?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh, we're going to talk about the Susan G. Komen cure. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
We
For
are.
those who don't know.
September is our big month at the Community Health Resource Center for all the pink events. Even though it's kind of interesting, October is actually Breast Health Month. We started a little bit early, but it all comes from the Susan G. Komen for the Cure Foundation. And Susan G. Komen for the Cure is a foundation that was started by a woman named Nancy Brinker. Her sister was Susan G. Komen. And Susan G. Komen died of breast cancer when she was very young, in her 20s, I believe. And her sister Nancy kind of vowed at that time that she would work to end breast cancer, essentially. And so she set up this foundation and started raising money. And many years later,
Wow.
it's really come a long way.
National recognition.
International, really.
International, I guess, yeah.
They do most people have heard of the Race for the Cure, which is the Susan G. Komen Race 5K, where they raise money. And they do them in India now. I mean, they're all Egypt. They do them all over the place,
Wow.
all over the world. So our local affiliate of Susan G. Komen is located in Springdale.
Okay.
And we're part of about a 10-county in Northwest Arkansas affiliate. And the Springdale affiliate grants the money to us each year that we use to pay for the mammograms and help to, hopefully end breast cancer.
Yes. About how much of the money that you would raise, let's say, for this area, so many organizations, they raise money locally, but they send the majority of it off.
That's right.
How do you do
And everything that we raise here goes directly to our local affiliate. That's a really important point, Dennis, because there are a lot of people that are like, well, I would give, but I really want to help our local people. I don't want it to go to New York
Right.
City or Dallas. And Susan G. Komen, the national organization is located in Dallas. Our local affiliate's in Springdale. We send the money directly to them, and then they're able to grant that money back out to us. So, I mean, it's a kind of a one-way street. They do some things with national, but what we raise goes to them and comes back out to our local women. So we can really say,
Well, that's big.
when you give at these events, you really are giving to our local men and women.
That makes a huge difference.
Big difference.
Very
You
good.
wonder why she's wearing the pink. Did you find out? The pink
I
outfit.
thought I was the only one that asked kind of stupid questions. Apparently not.
So you see, I do the same thing, right?
Being the blind.
Yeah, tough enough to wear pink.
Yes.
What's all that about?
That's the first event, and that is the PRCA Tough Enough to Wear Pink Rodeo, and it's a PRCA sanctioned event.
Which we just talked to Mark about.
I was going to say, I think
Yeah.
I just saw
Yeah.
Mark, and the Cowboys wear pink on Friday night. We'll be there all 3 nights. So the rodeo obviously is Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. And the official pink night is Friday night, where the actual Cowboys who are competing will wear pink, and recognition of
Wow.
the Tough Enough to Wear Pink. And we have T-shirts. We have rodeo T-shirts that are either black or pink with black or pink writing on them.
Sure.
I should have brought one. I don't know what. See,
That's
I wasn't
okay.
thinking either. But they're really, really adorable.
Yeah,
I mean,
I see a
they're
picture here. Those
so
are cute.
cute.
So you'll be
And
selling those.
We have them for sale now
Right
down
now.
at the Resource Center,
Okay.
and we've already sold. We already sold about half of what we have. So
Right.
we'll have
Good
them at the
deal.
rodeo as well. But we want people to buy them before the rodeo and wear them to the rodeo because we want everything to be pink. We want
That's-
that's
And
our-
they're $12.
they're $12 each, and you can get them down at the Resource Center, which is down at the North Arkansas College Center campus, down on the first floor, the Community Health Resource Center, or they can call us and we can get them there. It's 391, well, it's 743-CHRC, which is 743-2472. And all of the money over our cost, which is very, very little. We get the T-shirts at a very good cost, goes to the event, which then comes back to us, to the affiliate.
Okay, the pink, in all seriousness, how did the pink thing come about?
Well, that pink has been the nationally recognized color for breast cancer.
Okay.
We got all the ribbons, and we got the yellow ribbons for one thing, and the pink ribbon has
Right.
always been the nationally recognized color for
Okay.
pink, and everybody wears the pink ribbon in recognition of
Okay.
Breast Awareness Month in October. So that's we kind of just started. We started with actually the football game that I think we'll talk about in a
Yes.
second. And we just called it Pink Out because our goal was to if we could turn that whole stadium pink, and if we could get the guys to wear pink, and if we could get the football, if everybody would wear pink, that's an awareness color.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and it is very catchy and makes people ask,
Absolutely.
which is what you want. What's it
Absolutely.
all about?
So Pink Out is coming September the
Yes.
27th.
That's the football game.
the Friday night after the rodeo. The rodeo's the first weekend, and then the next Friday night, the Harrison Goblins play Valonia, and we are in our 4th year with the Pink Out football game, and it is really absolutely the most fun event. I couldn't even, I had when we started doing this 4 years ago, no clue how much fun it was going to be and how embracing this community is. It's incredible. The support, and people are calling and asking. I mean, I've already, we get calls before we start planning. Okay, got the shirts yet? When are the shirts going to be here? Where can we get a shirt? Which game is it? Are you guys going to be there? You're going to have the pink stuff? I've talked to the coach at Valonia, and really touching, and he was very open about it, so I don't think he would mind me sharing, but his wife is a breast cancer survivor, so he was very, very touched to hear that we were doing this. They do a lot of that kind of stuff in Valonia, so he was very supportive and said,
It was going to be the night that they're playing
they're
Harrison.
gonna, and she's going to be here, and it was
Very nice.
He's all about it, so
Yeah, of
that was
course.
neat. As is our coach. Coach Harbison's always been supportive.
This Pink Out thing, it nationally, as you mentioned, and obviously internationally, you have the 5K runs and so forth. But when you see these big NFL football stud
Oh, yeah.
players
Absolutely.
wearing the pinks, and they're in Washington D.C., the Redskins are playing or whatever. I mean, that's how big a deal. That is how it has grown so much. And there's been so much support for it on a national and international level that it really is amazing.
Absolutely.
I mean, to take it and go with it.
And as incredible as that is, I always have to remind myself, because sometimes I think when we see it at that level, we get a little bit complacent and we say, oh, look, all these big NFL players. But I got to bring it back down to the ladies here and the men here. I
Yeah.
mean, we've had 21 women who breast cancer was detected since we've had the grant in the last 6 years.
Oh, yeah, you've got some numbers.
Yeah,
Some
those are the
statistics,
numbers.
yeah.
Share a few of those. That was interesting.
Yeah, those 21 women, and one of them actually was a man, wouldn't have probably, it's possible that they wouldn't have detected the breast cancer if it hadn't been for the money from Susan G. Komen for the Cure.
Wow.
Because they probably might not have had a mammogram because they came to us because they couldn't afford one. And often that's one of those things that women will say, I gotta get food and medicine and clothes for the kids
Right.
and school
It's
supplies.
not a priority. Or they don't make it a
They
priority.
don't make it a priority. I'll do that last. So, those 21 women are here today, hopefully because of that grant, and they're pretty grateful. So when I think about the big, it is very high exposure and well known. But I got to bring it back down to Harrison, Arkansas,
And what it does
Boone
for-
County, and Newton
yeah.
County, and the people whose lives are saved. Because Susan G. Komen has taken some hits the past few years, and when that happens because of decisions that are made nationally, it unfortunately the people it most affects are the people who need the services locally. And so I have to try to remember that, and I try to explain that when someone comes to me and says, well, what about this? Or they want to kind of debate national issues with Komen. That's not what we're working for the men and women here that need it and desperately need it. So, and it saves lives, period.
You know, that it is kind of sad, because you brought up a good point. On the national level, through the last, let's say, 10 years to 15 years, I know that there's been major organizations, and I won't mention names, that are nonprofits that are huge, international, national organizations. Unfortunately, they got some of the wrong people at the high levels, and it is a big money situation, and the money kind of got directed in the wrong ways. But and then it falls back and reflects, whether it's, I'll just mention, whether it's United Way or whoever, it falls back. When really you've got people like yourself and others that are here in these 2 counties where we live, that have people that are sincere about it, and they really are working to help, even if they can help 20-something people, maybe save their lives.
That's right.
You know, and so you do have to kind of separate yourself sometimes. You can't totally separate yourself, because it is a name.
And it's recognizable.
And it is very recognizable. But that's a good point you brought up, that it really, you know, your concern is what can we do for our people here that live here.
And how can we do it? And that's the conduit for us.
Yes,
and very generously given the past 6 years to us to be able to do that.
Support, what do you need? We've got about 3 minutes. What can people out there do to help you guys?
Come to the game, come to the rodeo, bring an extra $5.
Okay.
I mean, I know Hospice House 20 is plenty, I'll take 5.
Yeah.
And I love Hospice House.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, if everybody that came to that football game gave me $5, we could pack it up, and, you know, we'd make more than what we've made the last 4 years. So just bring a couple of dollars to support, and we'll have little trinkets for the little girls and boys. They love the pink bracelets and the, you know, all kinds of that kind of stuff. But just we've got a big pink barrel, and my goal has been every year with both the rodeo and the football game, and we have it at both, is to fill that barrel up. And it's one of those big, like, rodeo barrels. So it'll take a lot to fill it up, but I know we can do it. And every year it's a little better and a little better. And it's not going to rain this year. I don't know if you're at the football game last year, but we spent most of it in the Cash Center. It was kind of a disaster. So it's going to be great this year.
Weather's going to be good. In fact, it's going to be probably a little warm, but no rain in the forecast. That's okay. We can handle the heat.
And if someone wants to do something, that they'll call me, I'll find something for them to do. And again, I'm at the the center campus downtown.
Bottom floor, easy to find right there as you go in, and right off the...
But wear your pink and bring your dollars.
Okay.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
We pretty well got the 2 major events, and what Susan G. Komen, I think, is the main thing about it. We really appreciate you coming in again, Holly. And anytime we can help, if we can spread the news out there, well, we appreciate it, and all your work and all the volunteers. That's what makes it work. That's what's
Absolutely. Thank you.
Let me go over these dates one more time. We got just about a minute or so. September the 20th is actually a Friday night. That'll be at the PRCA Championship Rodeo at the fairgrounds, Northwest Arkansas District Fairgrounds, in the rodeo arena. You're going to see lots and lots of pink out there, so go out there, get you a pink shirt, give them a little donation, whatever you can afford. It'll be appreciated, and you could save someone's life right here in your own community. And then, to back it up, get ready if you're into a little bit of gridiron. How about a football game? As the Harrison Golden Goblins will take on the Valonia Eagles. That'll take place on Friday, September 27th. It will be Pink Out Night again. Let's get pink and help the Susan G. Komen Foundation raise money to fight cancer, breast cancer, here in our area. Again, thanks so much. We appreciate it, Holly. Hope you get to feeling better. Get rid of that old crud stuff, and I hope I don't get it. It'll go away. It'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about it. But I hope you have a good week out at the fitness club, and keep everybody in shape out there.
I try.
Thanks for joining us on Connection. We'll see you again next week.
Start spinning, twisting, and pumping into a healthy lifestyle 24 hours a day at the Fitness Club. With all of the best equipment and personal trainers, you're ensured a workout that's fun, effective, and motivating. At the Fitness Club, you can enhance your glow, relax your mind, and refresh your body, all in one convenient location. So what are you waiting for? Start spinning, twisting, and pumping your way into a new you today. Enhance your lifestyle and reach your goals at the Fitness Club, Highway 62.